It's Dub Life, every Sunday afternoon. It's Dub Life, Natalie and Kaya too. If you ride the horse, hey, make sure you squeeze it tight. It's Dub Life tonight.
Safety.
Rufus! Good morning, welcome to another episode of Life with the Dubs. Hello, Big Dub here. It is a Friday morning. Rufus and I are in the car. There he is. Yeah, he's having a good time hanging his head out the window. We're actually going to go to a park right now for him to take a WALK at the park. We had to drop Kaya off at school early. She had chorale practice this morning. She's near the end of that. She's actually got her milestone testing for actually several weeks right now. Busy time for her as her school year winds down. But then she's got her chorus concert coming up here real soon. So they've got a lot of practices. And I think that'll be the final. No, she's got a talent show also coming up. And those will be the final things for Kaya in this school year. Very busy school year. But for here at Life with the Dubs, starting out with Rufus, be probably a shorter episode, lots of around the house. We are going to go to Plastic Empire tomorrow. I think his name is John Swayze, Patrick Swayze, John Swayze, something like that. He is the voice of Crocodile, I think, One Piece. I don't know that property real well. He's the voice of Dodoria in Dragon Ball, and he's the voice of All for One, kind of the main, or a main villain in My Hero Academia. So we're going to go meet him tomorrow at Plastic Empire, get our pop sign. We may meet up with a friend while we're there, tentative, but hopefully we can meet up with a friend while we're there. So that's exciting. And Natalie and I tonight are going to go see Big George Foreman, the movie. That comes out today. Big George Foreman looks good. We're trying to have more like date nights where just us at the movies. There's plenty of movies we can take Kai to, like we're going to go see Guardians next week. Plenty of that kind of movies. But we're trying to, rather than just skip the more, I say adult, but, just not genre movies that Kai's, a little too young to be interested in currently. And just go see them ourselves. She's older now, can stay at home, take care of the dog, all that kind of stuff. So we are gonna do that, and I don't know what else. That may be it. So it's probably going to be a less eventful episode than the recent ones with beaches and Six Flags and competitions and all of that. I can give you a little bit of a Mythic Legions update, or just a collection update in general. I have had some more Mythic Legions come in that I want to show you. We will pick back up where you can see how the risers ended. So mine were obviously lackluster if you watched the last episode, and that wasn't the greatest process, and kind of got frustrated and all of that. But we've worked through that process. I'll show you what mine looked like in the DTOF. But then, so Natalie took over the cutting. She's much more accurate, and that's really a thing that's in her skill set. Really precise things. Much more than me, and much more than Kaya currently. But then Kaya's been painting them. So we have four stone ones that are completely finished, and then there are wood ones that are Natalie's done with her part, but Kaya has stained 2 of them, and then has to fully paint those, and then do the whole process with the other 2. Rufus, yeah, you're excited. We're at the park. He knows. You're excited, huh? So I'll show you those, show you what they look like in the DTOFs. We do actually have our customs for the Pop and Swap completely finished as you're watching this. You have not seen the final couple episodes. We haven't actually filmed the final couple episodes. We just finished the customs themselves and yesterday. So we've got to do the bio episode, which you'll see coming up, and then the final episode. And I have the other customs I've finished. So I'll show you some of that. I do have some Joes that may come in today, definitely come in this weekend, I think. 4 new Joes to open up. First time I've had new Joes in a while. I got those from Empire Toy Show. And that's it. that's it. So Rufus and I are going to take a walk. I did get a little haircut. It's morning. I'm not having a shower or anything because after I take him, I got to do work for a couple hours and then go to kickboxing. Look at him. He's excited to get out there. So let me take him out there. Life of the Dubs coming at you. All right, back home. So we took one of the black risers that was at the Legions that we've replaced. It's here. We'll eventually build 4 more, or at least 3 more for this shelves, but they'll get the little small black risers that Legions are on in the meantime. I do still have like the bigger things that are hard to figure out what to put on a riser. But you can see the Animal Wars, the Kingdom a lot better now. Beta Ray Bill's huge with that sword. Here are the ones I made. I mean, they're not wonderful. I don't admit that they are, but you know, they look fine, especially here with a full thing. And I don't have a picture of what this used to look like, but now you can see all the Mirage turtles. They're elevated. All of these actually, I think, you know, they turn out perfect for what they're needed for. They're not great, but you know, they're almost like sidewalk. So I'm happy with it, but certainly nowhere near as good as what the girls are making now. These are the final ones that are in flight. So these are going to be the wood ones, and you can see Natalie's cuts a lot better than mine, and then she's putting like wood grain detail into them. So she's got 2 of those done. Then these 2 Kai has already put like the initial wash on, and then these will get painted to look like wood, but you can start to see how the detail starts to come out from the wood. I think they're going to look really good. So today she'll use like the browns and whatever else to paint these into the colors that they're going to be at the end. So then this has to get that coat, and then that coat has to get the final coat, and these 4 will be done, and these all will be wood. And things are messy up here. I won't show you that on that side. That's where the finished customs are. These are the vampires that are waiting for their riser to be finished right there. But I'll show you. So this is the first one. It's stone. Natalie made that. And you see this because these are all different colors. We just made that a 4th different color. But then these are all the same gray stone, but the top 2 Kaya has weathered. So Natalie cuts them, Kaya paints and weathers them. So you see that? I think that looks great. Look at the goblins there on that. And then I'll get this one out, hopefully, and show you. So you put it in at an angle. You see she's got like kind of water spots and weathering, and looks really good. Then you just put it in, and there you go. Got a Detolf riser shelf, and that's where we're gonna put the customs we make as a family. Top shelf action. So I think they've done, I mean, obviously significantly better than me, but I think that looks every bit as good. Maybe not the most exact cut, because maybe he's using a tool, but I think it looks really good, and it's significantly cheaper. These figures over here are what I got in a big eBay lot for about $30 a figure. That is a skeleton army builder. That one is Tibius, Malleus, and Ilgar. I think that's the first Ilgar Kickstarter one. Then I got a Shadow Elf Warrior, Fallon, Frostbow, yeah, and Thistlethorn. None of these 3 did I have. I have all those. They're all already in there. But the price was so good for the armor, for customizing, whatever. And specifically him, I don't have him displayed this way with like the weathered bone. I have him with that hat on, with the beard. So I think it's cool. Glad to have picked those up in a great eBay lot. So I got to get those into their display, but I wanted to show you, of course, I got all their accessories. Well, not all, almost all their accessories. They're not there because I don't have all the risers done yet, so I don't have necessarily, I don't know where everything's going to live, but they'll get up here too. And lastly, these are the pops we'll be getting signed tomorrow, all for one, from My Hero Academia, and Dodoria from Dragon Ball Z. It's going to be exciting. S-W-A-S-E-Y, John Swayze. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's those 2 characters. He's also Crocodile in One Piece, that is right. And I think he's Undertaker and Black Butler. He's in a lot of things. I think the reference is the Kevin Bacon of anime. But we're excited to get some more pops added to can't even see what I'm doing. Oh, which are right there to the collection, Dragon Ball and her stuff, her My Hero stuff. But I'm gonna do some work, go to kickboxing, and check back in later. Maybe all the way at movie time. I don't know. Depends on how busy the day is. Rufus taking a nap. Talk to you in a bit.
Who cried a river and drowned the whole world? And when she looks so sad in photographs, I absolutely love her. When she smiles, love it, yeah. Hadn't had that in a while, I don't think, in an episode. On my way kickboxing now, a couple hours later. If anybody is interested in getting any of those for yourself that you want the girls to make, certainly let us know. You can put it in the comments, I guess, but more specifically, message me on Instagram or Facebook that you're interested. I think, I don't know, I probably $25 is what they'd sell them for. Natalie cuts them and Kaya paints them. You can certainly get more precise ones, people that might use like machine cutters or whatever for a little bit more, and I can send you to those if you're interested. Some I recommend, but $25 not bad. Now, I mean, shipping on that, I don't know how it's going to work, so it'd probably be you need to buy a few to make it, because I think they are about 15 inches. They're the dimensions to fit in the detolf, so they're like 14 by 12, and then whatever, like 3 inches tall. So it's not the easiest thing to ship. So depending on where you are, shipping may be $10-15, I don't know. So I would recommend buying more than one. But if you have a detolf, you could get 4 of them, and we could probably work something out if you're interested in that. Just let me know. We're not gonna pretend like we're master. That's not me, the master makers of that, but low cost, or if you just want to help, I mean, really the money will primarily go to Kaya for whatever, paying for stuff at conventions and what have you. Help pay for her color guard. Her color guard is very expensive. It's like $2,000, and she's got to raise money for that. The school gives her a lot of different fundraisers, but this could be a good way for her to raise some money for that too. So if you're interested in that, let me know. And what else? I guess that's it. I just wanted to make sure to say that if you're interested, you can get some. I'm on my way to work out, and it doesn't look like the G.I. Joes they were supposed to be delivered today by UPS, but that package hasn't moved at all. It just is sitting at the UPS and says it's going to go out today, but it's not out. So unless something changes, I think that'll probably be, hopefully it's not Monday. Maybe it'll be tomorrow. But I like it's a Cover Girl, the Crimson Bat, the Marauders Barbecue, which I think is more like the Marauders, something like that. And then Falcon. These figures not getting good reviews. G.I. Joe was my figure of my toy line of the year last year, and this is kind of the first wave coming out this year. And Cover Girl has QC issues. Her arms are not attached well. The Falcon head sculpt is terrible. I know, like Doodog got a whole case of Crimson Bats, and their legs were just broken off in the boxes. I haven't heard anything about that barbecue, but that's not the most interesting figure. There's a lot of cars turning right here. So that's a little disappointing because they were doing such good things with their toy line last year, but Hasbro's gonna Hasbro. So hopefully those come in, and I don't know what else. All right, touch it. Rufus said he wants some cooking with Dubs, so I'm gonna try to get our dinner ready before we gotta leave for the movie in about a little bit over an hour and a half. So I'm gonna try to get some dinner ready. I'm gonna make some baked potatoes. I just pricked them with the what's like a toothpick. Give them little holes. I gotta make a brine, like a salt brine. Let them soak for a few minutes and let them get some of that juice in them. It's pretty standard brine, warm water, salt. We'll bake them directly on the oven rack. It needs to get to 450, Rufus. 450. Bake it directly on the oven rack. And, usually baked potatoes pretty simple. But you can mess them up, sir. You can. With the potatoes, we're going to have some broccoli. I just saute it. And then I got some top sirloin that they had clearanced. So we're going to have
some steaks. And I haven't decided if I'm gonna grill these. Probably grill these. What do you think? Grill these, Rufus? Yeah. Got the grill heating up. You want me to throw the ball? But I gotta get the grill ready, buddy. Where's the ball? Let me see it. No? I don't know what Alexa's talking about, but we got the potatoes in there after soaking. Now it's a problem. There's Kai. She's working on painting those things. I gotta try to somehow make a 1 hour thing happen in less than 1 hour. What do you think, Rufus? Or we'll just leave Kai with 3 potatoes to eat by herself while we go to the movie, because the steak and the broccoli I can get done very easily, but potatoes take a long time, so we'll see. Big steaks, pretty simple. Pepper, Lowry's seasoned salt, and then the cracked salt, Himalayan granular pink salt, just to hit it with a little seasoning. I'm gonna try to make a buttery garlic crust, so we're gonna brush on, put some garlic in there, brush that on right as it sears both sides, and then a little topping, some Dale's, Worcestershire, some various what have yous near the end of the process. Should be where we need to be. Grill is good. I've got my garlic butter. I'm gonna brush it on there, put that side down, try not to catch myself on fire, and then brush the other side on, and I'll show you what happens. Garlic butter! Steaks on the grill. Steaks on the grill. Now let's see if I can do this one-handed. It's probably not the safest thing. Probably not the safest thing. It's what I do for Live with the Dubs. That's all you get. All right, I'm gonna cook these open grill. Probably 8 minutes or so before I flip them. Just gonna leave them alone. Let them simmer away. Let them simmer. Don't go. What you doing, buddy? Simmering it. In about 8 minutes. Let's see what we're looking like. The girls are not going to be a medium rare type steak eater, so we'll have to get these decently well done. Medium well at least, which is all right. I'm not the biggest like rare steak eater either. And there we go. Some nice grill mark going. Some nice grill mark going. Get the broccoli ready. I don't know how those guys are doing. I'm not optimistic about that. Got the dogs from the Pit of Lucifer outside, so Rufus can't be out here. I want to spend another 8. I want to see what temperature these dudes are at. 130, 35. So like medium-ish. Right now, I probably want them at 155. The girls. Not long. Not much longer. So, what I'm going to do is, I got this big cutting board out here. I'm going to apply the marinade now. Well, not marinade, just the sauce. And give them like 2 minutes on each side. Maybe only a minute and a half. Got the glaze on, flipped it. I'll flip it here in just another minute. And then hopefully it'll be at the right temperature. All right. Flip it. Flip it. Flip it. 2 more minutes. Should be done, I hope. I'm going to try to garlic butter now. Broccoli in the 1 minute I have between steak time. Rufus, everybody's home. Hot chicken.
Hot chicken.
Well, hot beef. Broccoli. Clean dishes, too. Clean dishes. Let's go check on the steak, Rufus. Hopefully this is done. The potatoes have been in there 45 minutes. I don't know that that's long enough, but we're going to find out. Give me like 150-ish. There we go. Yeah, that one's gonna be heavier. That's gonna be the Kaya one. Should be good. Should be good. Broccoli should be done. You think it's done? Mm-hmm. Steaks are definitely done. No clue if them taters are done.
Potatoes.
I think this worked out well. I think it worked out well. It's got a bunch of scraps too. Are you excited for that? You're pouting, huh? Because I wouldn't let you go out there with the bad dogs. All right, we got to eat dinner and then get out of here. Next stop, Big George Foreman. Well, we've got a bowl too. We're not a Big George Foreman just yet. Fast forward, running behind. Movie's probably about to start right now after the previews, but that's all right. Going to see Big George Foreman. Movie's over. Did you enjoy it?
I did. It was very good.
I also thought it was very good. Lots of really great performances. Only Forrest Whitaker, really the only actor I recognize.
Yeah.
In that. Well, Lawrence Gill, the guy that plays Bob on Walking Dead that gets his foot eaten. He's in there like in old person makeup.
I did recognize the banking guy, his accountant.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was in Top Gun, wasn't he?
Oh, safety. Maybe. Oh, maybe so. Yeah, maybe.
I believe he was in the new Top Gun.
The guy that plays George is great.
Yes.
I don't know who he is, but he's really good. It's really good.
It's very heartwarming.
Yeah, it makes you feel good. It's a good story. You know, Foreman is interesting for me because when he wins the title as an old man, that's the only George Foreman I knew. Because I was like, I don't know, 13 or 14 years old, and boxing was like the biggest sport in the world back then. And, you know, there wasn't internet. So there was no way for me to know, you know, because we didn't get to, where did we park? We didn't get to, we didn't pay per view for the fights. So you just found out he won, you know. That's before like even Sports Center and some of that, I think, to an extent. And so I just knew that the unified lineal heavyweight champion was a guy that, not the same race, but looked like my dad, suddenly. And I was like, what? That's just an old fat man. How did he win the championship? That's what I remember. Yeah, he has the Foreman Grill deal, but I think the big George Foreman Grill commercials, was he the champion in some of those? Or is it, I don't remember.
I think it was, yes. He was in some of them. I do remember him being the champ in some of the commercials.
But, I knew, educationally, that he loses to Ali in the Rumble in the Jungle because it's one of the most famous boxing matches ever, and the Down Goes Frazier fight and all that. But, you don't, I probably never seen pictures or videos of him at that point. Where would I have seen it? Because it doesn't exist. You know, unless you're looking through Boxing Illustrated or something.
It's true.
So it was cool. It was a good story. I liked
cool to see the timeline of everything and the behind the scenes of his personal life and what was going on at times.
And you're not a boxing fan or really a sports fan, and you enjoyed it. I think it's a feel good movie. Yeah. You know, certainly the way that they do the boxing is a lot less intense than the way Creed does the boxing, because this is not it's a story that has boxing in it. It's not
it's
really
about his life, not about
family
him just boxing.
Yeah. No, it's very good. Mm-hmm. It's very good. I would recommend going to see Big George Foreman. I don't know what the movie's called. I just called it Big George Foreman. I think that's what it's called. It has some subtitle.
Yeah.
Like the unbelievable underdog story, or I think it's the really good where he decides he wants to come back and fight and he has to lose the weight. That's a funny.
Yes.
That's a funny sequence of scenes.
And being
approaching mid-40s man trying to get my physical abilities back. I'm like, that's how it feels. Just like that. Just like the way that feels. That's how I feel every day. Kickboxing is the way he looked in that. It's good. I like that movie.
It was good.
Movie. All right, let's go see if the kiddos got painted their risers.
Maybe.
Maybe. Hopefully.
Hot
chicken.
Dang.
It was hot beef.
Oh.
He's a happy dog. He's a happy dog.
Sing it again, Rufus.
He's a happy.
You go.
Happy dog. He's a happy
Look at that
dog.
tail.
Yeah.
All right, Plastic Empire. Oh. It's the next morning, huh, Rufus? I'm watching the best episode of My Hero. That guy is who we're meeting. His name is All For One. And this is the big All Might All For One fight, which is by far one of the best anime episodes I've watched in probably the last 5 years. It's very, very good. And it's just he and Chris Sabat who voices All Might and Vegeta pretty much the whole episode. And they're tremendous. And you just forget how good this episode is. It's so good. My Hero Academia has been especially good this season, but this is the best episode they've ever had. Yeah, do it. Yeah. And now Quick Trip. Got the Fruity Pebbles on them. What are you going to get at the Quick Trip? Roller grill.
Yeah.
Biscuit. You're gonna get a roller grill, Kyle?
Possibly.
Are you? I know you're gonna. Oh, I know you're gonna get something from the donut cart. It tends to be a guaranteed item. Oh, the donut cart. I don't need any of that. I would love it. I need an energy drink. I know that. You got a 3-meat pizza. You're gonna get the breakfast pizza. Let's see what's on it. Oh, well, that's got a lot of words. Breakfast pizza for Kyle. Getting Doritos. Are you gonna get some of this? Taquito.
I don't know.
Buffalo chicken roller.
I may get like a cheese stick.
I always
wrapped in
want
it.
this, especially only 190 calories. Not terrible, but they always make my tummy go brrr,
Mine too.
like almost upon
Instantly.
first bite.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. You got a honey bun cinnamon roll.
I'm not fully sure what it is. It looks like it's cinnamon in it, so I'm gonna go with cinnamon.
Roll pepperonis. Well, after our wares purchase, now it's time to take a long drive to Plastic Empire. We have to get gas. Not here, because we have a free tank of gas on a hookup. Gotta get low into the low car. Ow! Got my draw showing and everything. I have a juicy strawberry drink, and Natalie's peeled her Slim Jim. Does that please you?
It does. We're so much better without this.
Have anybody ever seen that before? Ugh.
I can't be the only one.
Ugh. That's so nasty. Look at that. Ooh.
That goes in your body.
Apparently she disagreed with Macho Man Randy Savage that you should snap into a Slim Jim, and she would rather mush into a Slim Jim.
Much better.
So you're saying Macho Man Randy Savage was wrong?
He was, and I'll tell him to
But
his face.
Rufus has got his middle name. He's dead. You can't tell him to his face. He's dead.
Oh, well now I just feel
Poor
like
Macho Man Randy Savage. How's that breakfast pizza treating you?
good.
Was it the right choice?
I mean, it's pretty good.
You have hesitation because you're not sure what it's going to do to the tummy tum?
I'm not sure how I feel about it yet.
No.
Doritos and Slim Jim.
Big chicken. We're actually properly on time before the signing begins.
Look at us.
What good news. What a rarity. Big chicken. We're right by the Marietta Diner, too, is what that means right there.
Ooh, cakes and pies.
Ooh. There he is. He's walking in right now. Plastic Empire. It is 24 minutes before the signing begins. And already a line, so we're just going to get in line. We were going to, kill time, but no reason to. Saw the owner walking in, said hello. So we're going to... Well, the line's not bad. If we sat in the car, the line would get much worse. Isn't that right? So we can knock it out. Knock it out. This should go pretty fast. This is 12:14. Here you see all the things he at least advertises himself for. Again, you see these a lot in our videos. We love coming out here at Plastic Empire. It's a good distance, about an hour from the house, but always fun. They do have a lot. I'll show you on the door right there. Their upcoming guests. We'll probably go to most of those. I think you can see that. Anna May. Close to there. See we're at the top of it. I think we likely will end up going to 3 different days before we find. What's up, man?
You doing all right?
Yeah, man. 12:29 in line, almost there. What's up, dude?
Hey, you guys have what you need to get signed?
We do. Evie. We will definitely look around once we get our signatures, because I want to see what Super 7 stuff they have while we're in here. And whatever other new things. I haven't been here in about a month, I don't think. Is that a cave troll down there? I believe I'm looking at a cave troll.
It does look like a cave.
That's a Toy Biz cave troll, I think. I'm going to investigate.
People were like, oh, it's got
Maybe
too
the
many
same
Mario
pop
references.
James brought. That's a different pop than we have. Almost there. There he is. Right there. I do gotta look around. Super 7. There's Super 7 Simpsons. I'll show you those in a second. I got the Simpsons right here. I can show you. I am very tempted by that Dobby Club. I'd like to get for us to get signed. We have the big one, but it's $160 here, which is actually not a terrible price. That pop can get very expensive. Right there is their NECA section, which we won't be able to get to because that's where he is. I thought they may have some of the new gargoyles, but Not yet. You excited?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And
Got the tutorial. Let me see.
you got it.
That's awesome. And then we got that for James. I needed the Undertaker voice for you.
He did.
Like Rest in Peace, the Undertaker from wrestling.
No.
Oh.
From Black Butler. From Black Butler.
We'll talk more about that in a minute. Now let's do a little we got anime right here.
Sometimes they're the same.
Let's see. Is there anything here we need?
What is your name?
You're talking about Krillin.
It's like a dragon.
You think that looks like Andre the Giant right there?
It's not the closest likeness I've ever
Boy,
seen.
we have that. We're gonna look around. I gotta think about if I'm gonna buy that Bobby prop. Dobby. I said Bobby. Bobby. Oh, there's a good dude. I can probably get a bundle. Look at that clamshell. 2000X. Let's see.
Thank you, man. Take care.
Any of that new reaction figures? No, I don't think so. Oh, there's a Lord of the Rings horse. Can't really go back there because that's where he's signing Auspicious Beasts. Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Coca-Cola is better in instance.
What is that's actually cool. I wonder how much this is. 25 bucks? I feel like that beast could be ridden
Can I put a quote on?
by a Mythic Legion.
Dealer's choice?
Painted up. I think so. You got some signature. There are probably sign pops over here. I didn't show. Yeah. Usually this case is completely full of sign pops. People that they've had here. Natalie's just Dorito-ing it up. I want to see SpongeBob. I think they have SpongeBob, the Great Protector. You like the SpongeBob Super 7? I think I saw you posted it. Oh, he's whipping it out. He's gonna whip it out. Oh yeah. He's whipping it out. It's got that one.
Yeah, the Squirtle. Or whatever her name
That's
is.
beefy. Sandy cheeks.
You know, I've never seen an episode.
Really? Got the Scrooge. So that's the Dobby we do have, but you build the diorama set with that? I kind of want to build it. Plus, that's a huge item to get signed. It would take up so much space. Hawks. Who? Oh, the Stranger Things. Black Clover, Rockwell. Setsu. I don't think we need any of these. I need to look at who's going to be at MomoCon. Make sure. All right. Bunch of models. You going to build one of those models, Natalie?
No.
Absolutely not.
I'd rather build the little diorama insert thing. Look how big that is.
I would like you to build those too. If anybody wants those, Natalie will and Kyle will sell you one for $25.
Taking it all in.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Phalog. I would like to see Brooklyn and Broadway. I thought they may have them because I know some specialty shops are getting them. I canceled my pre-order for those just to try to support a local store if somebody gets them. You go over there to the cases. Let's see what's over here. Flash Gordon. This is just miscellaneous. Face hugger. T2. What's this?
Stitch. It's the
Elvis Stitch? Does that please you?
Yeah, it's adorable.
Does that please you? Oh, chugging it. Yeah. Do you like Elvis or Stitch more? Oh, I thought it was you that was into Stitch. You're the one making all the noise. She looked away and started chugging it.
Kaya's the one that loves Stitch. I mean, I also love Stitch.
How does Stitch make you feel? Does it make you feel like that Samurai Flash?
Oh.
Or Abraham Lincoln?
More like that.
What about the Needler and the Face Hugger?
Oh. That seems like a lot.
Here, Face Hugger it. We can make it a thumbnail. Yes? All right, one moment. You got to get it like it's corrupting you. You got to put it on the face. Well, it's a video. We're on the hunt to see if I'm going to buy some things to try to bundle and get that Dobby cheaper. I'm looking at that and I'm realizing I have two of those in the office with all the Urukai. He's cool though. That's not a thing you find commonly. I would think about getting that warg that they have over there, Toy Biz. Jeez. toys and Super 7 Rangers. What's up here in the figure arts category? I think we probably have all that we need. Weiss is going to be here at Ranger Stop. That's what Weiss is going to be. Don't need any of that. We'll hold the Bard. Got those Aladdin figures. That's Kintara, alright. I wouldn't mind that Kintara. And then we're getting to some big bundle. Didn't I see, oh, down there. Ren and Stimpy. Fan of those. Lantern. Brawly movie. Ooh. A Voltec Iron Man. I haven't seen one of those in a while. And then that's new G.I. Joe.
I did not see SpongeBob.
No SpongeBob. Maybe he's been sold. Maybe him's been sold. I just want to see it at least. And there's the cute Huskers.
Oh my gosh, it's a haircut to wear IRL. I'm sorry, you're filming.
Didn't spend any money other than the $150. Didn't spend any money, which is good. Because it was going to be spend no money or spend about $400 to save $40 type of situation. So good. Didn't spend money. That's good. I'm proud of myself. I would like to get that Dobby Pop for Kyle. I'm hoping I can win an auction that is spelled incorrectly on eBay that people aren't paying attention to. For a price I'm willing to pay. There is that pop is heavily knocked off, so I can get her a knockoff one. But she would never know, except she's listening to me filming this, but she doesn't seem to retain information real well. Or the huge one. And I heard them say they will have like a pallet of the huge ones when Dobby is here.
Oh, so. Wow. That's good.
That huge one is going to make the display hard. It's just going to be troubling.
Yeah.
So I'd like to get it. I got 2 weeks to figure it out. Next week is Rock Lee. It's a Naruto. If Tiffany wants to go, we'll bring her. We're going to go to Steel Collectibles now. I told you that I'd have Joe's this video. I will not. I just looked on the UPS app. I'll try to remember to put it here. My Joe's came out of New York, went to Pennsylvania, and then we're in Georgia 4 days ago.
Oh.
Then 3 days ago, they were in Wisconsin.
Oh, no.
Then 2 days ago, they were in Illinois, and now they're in another city in Illinois.
That happened with my Amazon packages, too. Remember, it's like, your package may be lost.
Which has to be, I try to process what has actually happened. The only way that can be is that they didn't unload a truck. Like, you could say, well, maybe they just didn't see your one single box. That's very statistically low.
Yeah.
It's actually higher statistical that they missed a truck. They didn't unload it, or it broke down, or something happened, and they had to take it, like it started on a new route.
Yeah.
And then when it got there, it got scanned, and they're like, I don't know why this is here, but it's got to go to Georgia. So now it's working its way back down south. Ridiculous. So I won't have Joe's in this video. But maybe Steel Collectibles will have something that we're interested in. There are things I would buy. There is Broadway in Brooklyn, gargoyles, that are showing up in stores. There are the Jada Toys, Ryu, and Fei Long I would 100% buy. I canceled my gargoyles pre-orders because I want to find them in stores, and I'm not sure we're going to keep buying those because they're a pain in the butt to try to display. But if Natalie wants them, I'll buy them because she likes them. But we'll see.
They're very difficult.
All these wings, yeah.
They need to give you alternate
and NECA's
wings.
being poopy the way you have to get. Now, the next set of alternate wings comes with the human character. And I don't think a lot of people are like trying to buy the human characters in that line. Maybe, I don't know.
No, and they know that. That's why they're putting the wing sets
it's
in them.
Doodoo Brown.
Yeah.
And then I think Bazooka, regular Bazooka I would buy if they have that G.I. Joe. So Steel does tend to get things pretty early. So we're going to go there. We haven't been over there in a while, and we're on the side of town. Then we're going to go home to the puppy. Maybe we'll find some baked goods. We're not going to go to Marietta Diner, though we will be dangerously close to Marietta Diner if Natalie decides that's what she wants to eat for lunch. It is possible. We just drove by it when we drove by the Big Chicken.
Oh, man.
What's going on back there? Are you doing the hands dance?
I'm trying to.
Are you offering to take us to Marietta Diner? Your treat?
No,
It'd be about $100.
Trying to telepathically tell Mom
That you want to go to Marietta Diner?
Is that what's happening?
Guess it's good I didn't buy that pop. They've arrived. Steel Collectibles. Order of priority. I would love to get the Jada Toys, Fei Long, or Ryu. I think that's unlikely. Number 2 would be the Gargoyles. I'd have to consider them if they're here. Number 3, G.I. Joe regular bazooka, I think it is, instead of the Python Patrol, or whatever it is, Tiger Force. I don't know. They may have Hot Toys King Shark, which we have in the pile of loot, but I bet they may have that on display since they sell Hot Toys. Mad Boss. Super 7 Joes. Alright, so I have him coming in. He's in Illinois. He's in Illinois. Those all the same back there. Are they all 58 or 60 that you see?
Yes.
Look at that Galvatron or Unicron.
Oh, wow.
Interesting. A lot of wrestling figures. It's turned into a hunt video suddenly. Rodimus. A lot of comics. Don't copyright me. Those Roboforce. Very important toy. Do you agree that's a very important toy?
Yes.
Oh, she does. Good for you, Roboforce. She agrees. Ranger Slayer. That is actually the only 3-0 Ranger I don't have. Oh, All for One Chase. You can bring that right on back down the road and get him to sign it.
Oh.
We do have that. Beast Boy. Fulcum Abominus. What did I say? Oh, Gargoyles. Joe's. Fei Long. Maybe I'll... Oh, woo! It's actually DuckTales. Who knows? Duck Hunt. We got manga. Kai must not have seen the manga. Or she doesn't care. Venom, Genesis. That's all the video games. Look at that. Hulk. That's cool.
Okay, I got you. I get it.
Well, they do have the King Shark. That is coming in the pile of loot, and he looks good. He's a power pose, some minimal articulation, but how much articulation do you need? I'm happy about that. There's that Ranger Slayer. Hordak back there. These are all Lucy's. Is that a... Nah, that's McFarlane. Like, that looked like a Mythic Legion's Templar for a second. Boom. Let's see. Anything here that we need? I do not think so. I do not. PlayStation Atari. You got that X-Men 5-pack. It's pretty new. Groot from the new Guardians wave. I don't see any gargoyles. I don't really see hardly any NECA stuff. That may be in the back, though. Oh, there's that wave. Oh, and then the new, whoever he is, wave, Puff Adder. Oh, and these. So they have all the new Marvel Legends. Miles. Jessica Drew. Let me see. The cards are... Why can't they make the G.I. Joe cards that sturdy? Gwen, Peter B, and the Spot. That's weird looking. What's the other one? $20.99 or Punk? Let's see if they have that. It looks like the Spot. Looks like maybe Spider Punk and $20.99 are the ones that are not here. Those must be the popular ones. Gargoyles comic book. Just met Harold. Sent him a second chance. I hope he and his son have fun. You like that King Shark? Mm-hmm. So he can occupy the plushies space. You think that's acceptable?
Yes. He'll fit right in.
Princess Luna.
Look at that.
Joker. It's probably, I don't know if that's Sideshow. It's probably Sideshow.
That is very cool. It looks like it goes with the Harley that we have.
We have the Joker that goes with the Harley, but it does. That's why I wondered if it was Tweeterhead, but I think it's probably Sideshow. I think. Maybe we'll find the box somewhere. I think it's, yeah. Oh, no, it is Tweeterhead. Yep, that's a good call. That's the box right there. It matches. It's the same company, at least. Although I think Sideshow bought Tweeterhead, so they're all the same. Oh, poor Rocket. You got Mezco. I don't see Mezco too often anymore. I don't know. Oh, Bring Art's Dragon Quest. Let's see what's back here. Black Series. Maybe they'll have NECA. So these are new. These are the McFarlane Demon Slayer. Bigger McFarlane Demon Slayer. And then they have like that size coming to Indiana Jones. Do you like Indiana Jones?
I do.
Are you excited for that movie? You don't need the action figures?
Well, it's hard because you don't know what the actual like figure looks like.
Yeah, I mean, and if you're gonna get one, you're gonna get that one.
Oh, of course.
The actual Indy. Yeah. With the whip. Where there's a whip, there's a way.
That's true.
We don't want to go to work today. But the Lord of the Land. Oh, there's a gargoyle. It says nay, nay, nay. Will they have new gargoyles? And I'm thinking that answer is no. I think it's no. Failure.
That is the only Breath of the Wild from that company that we haven't bought. I did not realize that is the size of you.
That's amazing.
Just belly out on camera.
I want it.
Yeah. It's huge.
Are you ready? Okay. How much are you?
Well, it's like $500, I think.
$730.
It's expensive. I wonder why it's so expensive, and now I see it's humongous.
You guys all set?
That is so cool, though.
Link on horseback. I also am confident this will be the first time I've ever shown SimCity 2000, the computer game. And is this X-Wing?
I remember having this.
The X-Wing computer game? That was such a fun computer game. That's amazing that that's here.
That.
Wow. No Marietta Diner, but we're having Jim and Nick's barbecue. Who's excited for that? Are you going to get peach tea?
Yeah.
Cheese biscuits? All right. Are you going to get the pig in the garden?
No, I was thinking about getting
Carl's catfish plate? You? Peach tea.
loaded mac and cheese.
Loaded mac and cheese. Does that have pork in it?
It does.
Oh, wow. Oh. Well, that's for me. You can have this.
Yay!
Huh. Oh, that's Potato Mountain right there.
But I'm freaking a band and say,
And now back to Rufus. Get some pets. Get some pets, Rufus. Getting some pets. Look at those pretty eyes. Yeah, it's a big smile. That's right.
So there's the wood one. Isn't that right? We just took a walk, huh, buddy? Oh, he's dipping. There's the wood one. I got to put the figures on it. She kind of painted a little heavy, so you can't see the texture quite as well. So she's got 2 of these. She'll do 2 more, and they may look different because definitely the last one of these she painted turned out the best. Just practice makes perfect. So I'm going to get these 2 set up. There we go, vampires and dark elves. I do have one more dark elf over there, but I'm not doing anything quite yet with those new characters. Maybe tomorrow, because there are elves that are, I'm gonna have to rearrange. But what I really need to see is, do I have space to put dwarves somewhere different, which I think I will. But I need to make sure. And then orcs. I have 2 new orcs coming and 2 new elves coming in my pile of loot. So I think they look good on the wood. I think that turned out well. So 2 more to go to deal with those 2 shelves, and then see how much space we have left, because I'm trying to save that space for our customs if possible. So we'll see how it goes. You're tired from your walk, huh? I cleaned this really weird shelf up, so I took one of the black risers there, and I've got these are all the wrestlers I have left. The 4 Undisputed era, some of those are gifts, of course, from Natalie and Victoria, and then the Festival of Friendship was a gift from Victoria, which I really like that set. Got the couple NECA D&D. You love it when I talk to the people. You always want to come say hi. And then Santa with this custom head sculpt from Nikki Nicole. That one will be easy tomorrow because it's just the Super 7 G.I. Joes. And that one I don't think we can use one of the risers on, at least not currently. So that's it until she gets the other riser done. So I don't know when I'll check back in, but I'll check back in here at some point. So next day we have James. Haven't seen James in a while. Rufus, Rufus never knows what to think about Purunga.
That's good.
Do you like Purunga?
I do. I like that band a lot.
What do you think, buddy? What do you think? You're just gonna come rest on the couch? Yeah. What's your favorite part of the anime section?
I don't know. It's all really good. I like the Jujutsu Kaisen Panda.
I like that panda.
He's so cool. I'm on board.
With Purunga?
Oh, you know what I just started?
What?
Breaking Bad.
Oh,
I had never
lovely.
seen like all of it.
Yeah.
I'm like halfway through season 4 right now.
Do you watch Chainsaw Man?
I do. I have
Man's
seen
very
it.
good.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah,
I like the Chainsaw Man. I'm caught up in One Piece. That was quite the
That's amazing.
I started in September and it took me till like April.
So that's all you've done. That's why we haven't seen James, because he's been catching up on One Piece for the last 8 months.
It's worth it. It has all your favorite voice actors. Every time you're like, oh, I know that voice.
They're in One Piece, always.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
The Sailor Moon section's not your favorite?
She is great.
Oh, that one's falling over. Touching it?
Yeah.
Do you want this?
I do, very much so. You know, it's funny. I was looking at Plastic Empire's, because I followed them because of you yesterday.
Yep.
And I was looking at their story, and I saw a different guy who got his pop sign.
He had a similar quote. I think I saw that too.
Yeah, he had the quote that is the Japanese translation of the guy who didn't say that. Because the quote's really good. Like, I don't know how to say it in Japanese, but essentially he says, long time no see, straw hat.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. Yeah. But he doesn't say that.
It sounds really good, the Japanese voice actor. Like, that line is very good. And I thought about it too, but I was like, he didn't say that. Like, yeah. I had him write what he said.
You know what's interesting? So we have Kaya's friend Tiffany that we bring to a lot of these things. And she's always so excited and is just melts, and she gets to meet these people and goes crazy.
Yeah.
I learned the last time, and a number of them now. She's probably had 10 or 12 like Naruto things on. She doesn't watch it. She watches it with subtitles. And she's so excited to meet. So, oh my goodness. And I'm like, you don't actually watch? Like, you've never heard them. She's kind of, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm like, oh, I mean, that's a true fan, I guess. Like, you're adjacent to the program, so I'm happy. But it was crazy and I only realized that because she was watching it in line. I'm like, wait, you're meeting the guy that voices him, and I never watched it. I've never watched it done. All right, well, more power to you. Yeah. I don't care how you watch it. It's just interesting that you're paying money to go meet voice actors that you don't actually have ever heard. Yeah.
I'm really sad about Midnight, but I'm glad I got that pop sign by her.
She's going to be there in a couple weeks. Yeah.
I thought it was interesting that they didn't have a conversation of Deku talking about that situation.
Yeah, no spoilers. If you're watching My Hero, there's a lot that's happened. It's been very good. Very good.
So good.
And I'm in the car. Good to see James. You just saw a couple clips. He hung out for about an hour and a half or so. First time we've got to hang out in a little while. So good to see James. He picked up his pop. He was going to go with us, I think I said that, to Plastic Empire. But he's actually helping his grandparents. They're moving, and he has a lot going on this weekend. But he was able to take a little bit of time, and we got to hang out, picked up his pop. So good to see James. Always good to see James. Hopefully as the summer comes and our pool opens up, some of that stuff, we'll have more opportunities. We both just stay so busy at work. It's hard. But and usually he goes to at least one show with us. He's gone to Ranger Stop with us a couple times. So hopefully we'll see more of James in the future. So it was very good to see him, spend some time with him. It's a weird day. It's Sunday. It's actually already 3:30 on Sunday. Kaya she is volunteering, doing community service. She's been working at a food bank today. So I'm going to pick her up. Natalie actually dropped her off while James and I were hanging up. She's done now. So I'm going to pick her up. And those risers, the wood risers, are done. They're dry. So they're ready for me to finish all the kind of gradual Mythic Legions placement that you've seen in this video. So I'm going to pick Kai up from community service and talk to her about how that went and so forth. And then we'll head back home, and we'll wrap this video up with me getting those last two risers in place and kind of figuring out what items need to go where. So we're nearing the end. Hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been kind of scattered. Next week's episode, we are probably going back to Plastic Empire with Tiffany to meet the Rock Lee voice actor. But then also Victoria will be in town. She'll have Rose. So those of you that are excited when Victoria's in town, she'll be in the next episode. And we'll probably see Kim and Mike because we're going to go see Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which is coming out this weekend. Plus Kaya has a talent show, I think. So a lot of family in the next episode. And then I think the episode after that is another Plastic Empire trip. But we're coming up on MomoCon within the next couple weeks. So you should see the Pop and Swap Challenge finish up on Wednesdays. The Is Collecting Good series is finishing up. And so I don't know what Monday and Wednesday videos will be here in the near future. If there even will be. They may move to more
not every single week, but more sporadically. I'm not sure. We'll all find out together. But good to see James want to comment about that. And let's go get, well, it'll be a few hours for me, but let's get these Legions finally put up on the shelf and the end of the Riser saga.
All right, so here are these finished, the wood grain ones. I think they look pretty good. Kind of a dark wood. I think they're slightly darker maybe than that, I don't know, but they have the lights under them. So I gotta finish up those two, and then more specifically, I gotta figure out if I'm gonna move things around, because I've just kind of replaced them. Those are all Motu, so I probably won't move any of those. And the skeletons won't move, but down here, the dwarves probably come out. From there, I don't know. Goblins won't change. Orcs won't change. They just may have things added. And vampires may have things added. I don't know. Here we go. We've got the wood risers all in place. I think they match actually pretty good under the light. So down here we've got... he's falling. Valec's falling. We got vampires and dark elves, since they're kind of related. That shelf with a lot of room there for probably 6 or 8 more figures. Up here we got orcs and kind of orky type things. Cyclops, this guy, it's kind of an orc. It's a custom head. Lots of room there. Not as much room here. I brought the dwarves over here to kind of go with the barbarian set, kind of the helmeted horned warriors. I only have those 5 dwarves. Not as much room there. And then these are more the knights and the what have you, gladiators. I guess I said barbarians here, gladiators here, I don't know. But I think that looks pretty good. Not as much room on those 2 sides. The next things that come in are going to be orcs and elves, but there are going to be a couple humans, that maybe one here and one will go there. So when that stuff arrives, we'll go in. Let me show you the rest of it. Middle Detolf, these are like demons and kind of creaturey, evilly possessed, dark things. And then kind of the same here, more like the Hellfire type of stuff, and then just creatures in general. And then up here we got the goblins shelf. And then this one is entirely empty. That'll be for the customs that we make. So it's ready for them. It's ready for them. In fact, I guess I can go ahead and put a couple of mine up there. Let's do that. There we go. Those are the first 2 that I finished. And now they're up there, enjoying their time in the limelight. Space Invaders it. So then we have final. She's not paying attention. We've got Motu, about half and half, customs and regular. There are a lot more customs on this shelf. In fact, Panthro, Evelyn, Hordak, and then the Skeletor are regular, so most of those are customs. And we got all the skeletons, some custom heads in there, but no full customs. And then we got the elves and the elf friends, the flock. I think they look good. Then on the bottom, we've got horses, and we've got trolls, and we've got Figura Obscura, and the 4 horsemen, ogres, and miscellaneous, the things that are a little bit bigger that I think work well down here. The moose, the centaur, so that this display can be a little neater and so that the risers can be used. So I think that really turned out really well. So these 3, 1, 2, 3, we already had and we purchased, but then the other 9 plus the 3 I showed you downstairs we made over the last week, and primarily the girls. I think they turned out really well, and they also created a lot of space, which is a key. Always a key in the collecting game is creating space, so happy with it. But that's going to do it for this episode of Life with the Dubs Plastic Empire. Lots of toys and shelves and what have you. Remember, next week, Guardians Weekend, Plastic Empire. Probably won't be any toys. I will call for my pile of loot within the next week, which means at some point here, maybe by the time you're watching this, I've already put it up, but soon there'll be probably a Wednesday video that's a very large pile of loot unboxing, because now
We're not doing any sponsorship, anything with Big Bets, just the things that we pre-order for ourselves, no giveaways or anything. So I only get it every 90 days, and it's got 90 days worth of stuff. And there's a fair amount of stuff in there, but we'll see that together here soon, or maybe you've already seen it. But until next week, catch me tomorrow for Is Collecting Good. Catch Wednesday for Pop and Swap continuing, I think. And on we go. And so thanks for joining us. We will talk to you at some point the next week. Till then, squeeze it.